Hi guys. It's
Hello,
us.
Facebook land.
It's us. Former pro, Nicole.
Real life Rockstar, Jen.
Yes. We're here to talk to you about T1. So for those of you who've done a triathlon before, you might know what this means. For those of you who don't, I have no idea what this might mean. Do you?
What a transition means, or what we're
T1.
about to do? T1. It's
Countdown.
exchange to changing sports in triathlon.
Exactly. So T stands for
Transition.
we're a good team, aren't we? Yeah.
And it's the one because it's the
first of two. And then the third transition includes, hold on a sec. Your after workout, after race party dress.
or skirtation.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So the first thing that you have to do when you're getting ready for your triathlon is actually think about all the shit you need to bring in order to complete said triathlon.
So if you're not taking notes, you can take notes now, but we'll also hopefully be able to print something or post something on the page, get a PDF doc up.
I know you guys love looking at my huge cleavage right now because I'm bending over. I can see it in the video. Jen's all covered. She just... but we're gonna take a break from this up close and personal and go over by our bikes so that we can show you A, the gear you need to bring, and then B, the process or the order in which you need to think things through. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, let's grab our
do it.
bags.
Okay.
It's fun.
He looks like he has a good time.
Okay. Here we are. This is my bag.
This is my bag. I have more baggage than Nicole does.
I am carrying my helmet outside of my bag. So I guess what we were gonna do was start by what? Dumping out our bags?
Dump out the bags.
Dump out the bags. Now, is this something you would actually do? Would you go to the transition area and just dump out your bag?
I wouldn't dump it in the sense of dumping, because I would have packed it in the sense of the order I want to take it out. I'm a little compulsive. But yes, for the sense you want to go to your transition area once you arrive at the race. And I suggest to go to the transition area first, then go worry about getting your packet. That way your hands are free. You don't have a bike in your hands. You don't have a bag in your hands. And you can unpack and then go get your packet and all your race stuff.
Oh, that's a really good idea. I didn't even think about that. You see, we pros, we didn't have to worry about that back in the day. I'm going to learn a lot here. All right, let's dump it. Let me fix this so we can see what we're dumping. Can you guys see that? Kind of. Oh, my. Oh, cool.
All right.
Look at that pile. That is an awesome pile. Best pile ever. Okay. That's Jen's pile. My pile is right here. So I got a pile too. We both got piles. So first things first, how do you go about setting up your transition area?
Well, most of the time you arrive at a race and you have a bike rack very similar to this, or you have tire secured bike racks, ones you just push your back, very important, push your back tire into, no matter what type of bike that you have. So I find a spot. First thing I do is find a spot. If you can get one on the end, it's better. You have a little bit more space. There's generally going to be about three to four more bikes on this rack. So today we're showing you a little bit of space, but it may not look like that depending on the race.
That's true, and normally they use both sides of the rack. So mine might be here and someone might be right next to me, but their bike's on the other side, which leaves a nice little tiny little compartment for you to put all the stuff you're gonna need in your race.
So I rack my bike. I'm using the seat method, and it's super simple. I make it a way. I pull up, and I have a small bike because of my height, so I can go right underneath and just hold it by the seat.
Look how easy that was. And then mine's actually the handlebar method, which is also very simple. Just kind of pop it up and pop it down. Now I have seen people have problems with the seat method if they don't have have enough of the nose of the saddle showing, would you say?
Yep. And you'll see that. You'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. You can
Or your
always
bike
ask
will
them.
fall off, and it's no big deal because it happens all the time.
No big deal. All right, so what do we lay down first?
So let's lay down some ground surface, and that's usually done by a towel.
Oh, great. Okay.
Bring a towel.
I did bring a towel. Did you bring one?
I brought a towel.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's yours? Oh, this
Oh.
is mine.
Oh,
Look at that. Huh. Cool.
interesting.
That's my towel.
That's your towel?
That's my towel.
I use a big towel. Clearly identifiable. I've had this since my first try. This is my quote-unquote try towel.
Wow, she's got an old school towel. This is actually a pretty cool towel from this little company in Boulder. They're like 1 block away from us at Skirt. It's called Matador. And everything kind of folds right up and wads up. And there's a full-size towel too. I can show you that later.
So I would just put it down. Notice how I folded it because I need to make it smaller.
I gotta make some room here. You were smart. You didn't dump dirt in your spot. Okay.
So I've got my towel in place. Nicole's got her towel in place.
Okay.
And then I kind of work from the end of the race to the start. So what am I going to need last versus what I'm going to need first? Because in a technical sense, I'm going to go to my bag here, or my towel here. So the first thing I'm going to need is my swim stuff. The second thing I'm going to need is my bike stuff. The third thing I'm going to need, in this case, my run stuff. So I'm going to put my running shoes down first.
Running shoes first, because it's last.
A couple different methods with running shoes. You can have them tied or untied. You can also have speed laces.
Ooh, I like those.
Quick tip, go to the fabric store, get the flat elastic, almost like $1.29 for like a few yards. It lasts you like 8 pairs of shoes. These I just took out of the box today, so I didn't get the elastic in them yet.
Brand new shoes?
Brand new
should
shoes
you wear
today.
brand new shoes on your first triathlon?
You should never wear brand new shoes on your first triathlon. These are the exact shoes I've been wearing for a year, so I just switched them out.
So let's talk about how you lay them down too, because you want to lay them in the position you would actually sort of put them on and slip into them. Make sure those tongues are nice and open. I do have a little pro tip. Pro tip. We used to bring, oh, this is kind of cool. I found this in our stash of goods. It's a spray baby powder, okay? So a little bit of powder. This is deodorant powder, but I love it, and it could serve the same purpose. It kind of keeps it dry, and it makes it easy for your foot to slide in, especially if you've been sweating a lot while you're on the bike, or who knows what happens out there.
Yep.
She brought some too. So you spray it in, or you put a little baby powder in, and they're good to go. Awesome.
So I put my shoes down. Now, Nicole, I noticed you don't have any socks. Do you race
No.
with socks?
I actually don't race with socks, but I highly don't recommend that for anybody who hasn't tried it many times.
Many times.
Yeah, many times.
Many times.
Now here's the question though, do you put your socks on for the bike or the run?
Depends on the race, because it depends on the type of